morning everybody, and welcome back to a very sunny vlog. So it's like 9:15 now. I think I got up around 7 today, which is for me not that early. So I set my alarm for like 6:30 for days that I have school at 8:30, but I always wake up before my alarm. Like, I'm usually awake at like 6, just naturally. Sleeping in till 7 was kind of nice. That's not that long, but for me it was good. So it's like 9:15 right now. I already did like about half an hour of studying. Sorry if you can hear the wash in the background. I was very productive this morning. I hung up some laundry outside in the sun to dry. I think it's drying very quickly, which is awesome. I have another load of laundry in the wash. I started the dishwasher, and I already did like half an hour of studying, and for the rest of my morning I'm gonna be just doing more studying. So today is Friday, and I know it feels like in every vlog I say, oh, I have this morning off, I have this afternoon off, but it's just because those are the most convenient times to vlog. And yeah, I have the morning off, and then all afternoon I just have a first aid course, so I'm really taking advantage to my free time that I have in the morning and getting a lot of stuff done, studying, because next week I have another midterm exam in anatomy. So this last week I wrote my very first exam for my program. If you guys are new here, I'm Canadian, I'm living in Germany, and I am studying physiotherapy in Germany. So it was a huge accomplishment that I wrote this exam, and I think I did pretty good on it. Like, not amazing, but I would say like maybe above average. And it just continues because this next week I have another exam, the week after another exam. So I'm just studying a lot for it, and you know, do like the best types of studying. So also in today's video I did want to share like how I'm studying for my exams, because it's in my second language. I think it's a little bit different than if it was in my first language, but more on that later. Also, if you didn't see my last vlog, I dyed my hair black, and I think I'm finally getting used to it. I'm not jumping when I see my reflection anymore, so I think that's a good sign. I think I like it. Of course, I like go online sometimes and I'll see these girls with like blonde hair, and I think to myself, it would have been nice to go blonde, but it's an experience. I can change my hair. Maybe next summer I'll go blonde or something. Who knows? But for now, I do like it. I do like it. Do you guys know what might be more difficult than my exams or my classes this semester? The heat. My poor Canadian body cannot handle these German summers. It is so hot already, and it's only May. So in the mornings when I'm going to school, like I don't take jackets, I don't even take sweaters anymore, because I just know it's gonna be hot. And then I get to school and my classmates are still they're literally wearing jackets. Like, even without a sweater I am overheating. It's crazy. So I think we can expect to get another heat wave this summer. That's just expected by now, and I think I am going to really struggle when I have to go to classes during this time. I'm kind of hoping that the heat wave is like when I have holidays, because then I don't have to like peel myself out of chairs and stuff at the school, but oh, I'm gonna struggle with that a lot. So one thing that's kind of nice is that my little office space is on the west side of our flat. So in the morning, this room is quite cooler. You can probably tell there's not as much sun coming onto me right now, which is really nice. But the thing is that I'm only really studying here on the weekends. And so during the weekdays, when I'm studying here at nighttime, I have the sun like right there, and it's just glaring at me. So I need to figure out some blind configuration, because in Germany we have Rolladen, I think they're called. They're like the rolling shutters, I think. But I don't really like using those because then the room is like totally dark, which I don't love. So I need to find some blinds or curtains so that it can block out the sun, but I still get some light in the room. Need to figure that out. Oh, also one thing I did yesterday, which I mean, I am impressed by this, is that I separated one of my plants. I think it's called like a pepperoni plant. Let me look up the actual name of it. Pelea peperomioides. Pelea peperomioides. It is this one right here. And I separated like 5 little offshoots. So we have like the mother plant, and there were 5 little baby plants growing around it. So I looked up yesterday how to actually separate them, and now our house is just full of these and I love it. So I put a couple on my desk, which I'm really loving. I feel like it gives me some life, and I think it's important to make my little study space cute and, you know, make it inviting so I actually want to come and sit down here for long periods of time. I mean, I haven't really done that much. I hung up some artwork. You can see these my sister painted for me. She's an artist, and so I hung those up. I have some plants now. I would like to get a candle sometime or some kind of scent thing, but maybe not a candle in summer because I'm already gonna be dying from the heat. I need to show you guys my plants in my office. They're so funny, and I don't know why they're doing this. It's embarrassing. Okay, so here's my windowsill. So I have this cactus, and you can see the drought years, and then it's kind of growing out again. I have these 2 guys, and then there's this one. And like, what the heck is going on here? It's just started growing sideways, and I don't even know. Should I like replant it so it's like upwards? I don't know what to do. And then other than that, my desk is just covered with books and pens. That's it. It's not like super cute yet, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it slowly. I'm back from my first aid course. It was kind of fun, but also I have so much respect for paramedics and people who are able to perform like chest compressions and stuff for long periods of time, because I was doing it for like maybe half an hour and my wrists got so sore. Big respect there. And then also on my way to the school, I saw these little ducklings and they were so cute. So I thought to wrap up this vlog, I would share with you guys the things that I'm using to really make the most of my studying. I think there's some things that are definitely more effective than other things, and something that I in particular need to do more of because it's my second language and I'm not as familiar with some things as my other classmates. By far, the number one, the most important thing to do and the most effective way of studying, in my opinion, is by using flashcards. A lot of my classmates are using like physical paper flashcards, and I think that's okay, but what I use is I use Anki, which there's tons of videos online if you want like an introduction of how to use it, but I personally think that using this computer program is superior to using regular paper flashcards, because when you're just using the paper flashcards, you are in control of how often you see a card. So if there's a card that you know very well and there's a card that you don't know very well and you're just flipping through them, you're gonna see them the same amount of times pretty much, unless you're of course really controlling it. But I think with the computer program it's just so much easier, because when you're going through your cards you rate how difficult it was or how easy it was, and based on that it repeats it more or it repeats it less. And I think that's so important. And then, of course, because using flashcards is a form of studying called active recall, and this works your brain so much and it's very effective. And personally, I would rather do more active recall than spending more time writing out cards. If I'm spending days writing out cards and then I start studying them, I think that's almost like wasted time. And I really like with the Anki program, because if you have your class notes, you can just like copy and paste them into the program so that you can be studying like exactly what the teacher wants you to study. And I find it a lot faster to make up a deck of flashcards rather than writing them down, so I have more time to do active recall studying rather than just passive writing. So that's the first thing that I really love to do, and I think it's amazing and really great. But of course, writing isn't always bad. So for me, because German is my second language and because this program is completely in German, I need to practice the spelling for some words, because as of right now, a lot of our tests are written. The test that I'm writing next week, it's a written exam. So I need to be able to spell the things. I'm just gonna go through and like repeat spelling it, saying it out loud while I'm spelling it, but really just practicing the spelling. It's like a little thing, but I think it helps because I don't know how strict the teachers are gonna be. If I spell something incorrectly, am I gonna get the point for it? So that is the second thing that I really like to do. The third thing is I love making practice tests. I think this also helps to calm me a bit if I'm stressed about an exam. So with things like anatomy, you know, it's fact and it's nothing opinionated, so you can find practice tests online probably. For me, I think it's very fortunate because the school that I'm at is just a physiotherapy school, so it's kind of like a bit of a close-knit community, even like between the different years. Some of the students that are further along, like in the second semester or in the second year even, they have sent us some material that we can learn from, and I think that's awesome. One of my teachers was actually encouraging us to do this and to get help from the older students to look at their exams, because it's a resource that we have available to us. But even if you don't have access to exams through other people, you can still probably find exams online. Or you can just make up exams for yourself from your own class notes. What else? How else do I study? Oh yeah, I have my friend Bones, the skeleton. So this is obviously more relevant if you're learning something biological or anatomical, is learning with a skeleton or something. And for me, I like to almost do it like a test. So my husband has been so kind this whole time, and he's been really helping me study. He will ask me like, okay, where is this? And then I have to show him exactly where it is. And just doing that, it's honestly fun to do. We'll just put on some music, make some tea or something, and then we'll just spend an hour or so going through different points on the bones, on different joints, and it's fun. And I think because it's fun, the information stays a little bit more than if I'm like dragging my feet going through it, kind of not really enjoying the process at all. And then my last form of studying that I use is I do write out my notes in some of my classes, not in all of them, but in some of my classes I will write out like a shortened form of the class notes to make sure I actually understand it. Because if I'm just learning from flashcards and memorizing stuff but I don't actually understand it, then that's really not good for the exam, or more importantly for my work after my program is finished. Slowly, I like to go through, not really cramming it all into one day, but kind of like spreading it out over like a couple weeks. I will write out a shortened form of the notes, really make sure I understand it, and when I don't understand something or I'm not familiar with something, then I need to find like a third-party source to explain it to me. And that's it. That's how I've been studying so far this semester, and I think it has been working. You know, some of this stuff is more science-based, which I think is awesome, you know, like the active recall. There has been so many studies on that, and I find it very interesting. And yeah, I'm enjoying the process of learning now much more than I was, you know, way back in like what, high school. I hated studying in high school and I wasn't good at it and I didn't get good grades, and now I've learned how to study and I've learned how to enjoy it a bit better, and it is reflected in my grades. So I hope you guys like this video. If you're at all interested in my life in Germany, becoming a physiotherapist in Germany, and studying here for the next 3 years, then definitely consider subscribing to my channel. Also give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!